Hey everyone, Cahlen here, and I've been talking about it for quite a while, and now I'm actually about to do it. So I'm going to set off on a on-foot adventure with just what I can carry in my backpack or on my person. So we're going to see how long I can stay out there. I've got, I think, enough food for almost a week, but it's going to of course depend on how active I am and how much I just feel like eating each day. So we'll see how everything goes, and if nothing goes wrong, then I imagine I'll be out there for at least 3 or 4 days. So we'll see how it goes. But basically, the backpack's all loaded up, and I'm guessing it's about 25 pounds, and that's even with food. I don't like carrying a heavy backpack, so and that's even with winter gear. About 2/3 of that is like 1/3 my sleeping bag. The other third is like my really puffy clothes, which I wear at night. So when winter's over, I'm going to be able to minimize this quite a bit, but it is going to get down in the teens tonight, so I definitely need to have that stuff. So anyways, I did bring more stuff than I think I really need, but I just want to make sure I have it in case I need it, and then we can get rid of stuff in the future as it's proven that I don't need it. So I'm going to head out to one of the springs that I found and have been digging up, and probably spend a little bit of time digging it up in more places, trying to get it more of a stream and prepare it for planting some seeds and other plants. So that's my plan. I should be able to get internet access while I'm out there. And if you're watching this video, and it's the day after of the same day that I'm filming it right now, then I got internet access, because I'm gonna walk to where I'm going, and then I'm gonna start unpacking this in this video so you can see what I brought with me. So anyways, I'm gonna load up the pack and get ready to go. So got my backpack on, and got my trusty Cahlen monk spade or wizard staff, and here we go. So I decided to stop about halfway so that I have enough time to go through my stuff and unpack, show it to you, and also put it all up. And also so that I wake up, I'm kind of in a big open area where I'll get lots of sun for the rest of the day. Also tomorrow, when I get to the spring, it's kind of in a canyon, so there won't be so much sun. So anyways, I got this big open spot, so I'm just gonna set up for the night here. Okay, so let's start by going through what I have in the pack as I unpack it. Of course, as I said, it's the Cahlen spade wizard staff. Here's the backpack, and I'll show you first. This is my carbon fiber walking staff, which I use as kind of a structure for my shelter. Then here's my selfie stick, which is the first thing that I'll use. I'll probably get this out right now so that I can put this on a tripod. This is a really nice selfie stick. You can see it expands out to be a tripod, and also it has 3 different sections that you can, so I can do that 2 more times. And then also this thing will tilt this way and that way, and then this thing can actually go sideways and can move freely. It's like on a joint. So this is a pretty nice selfie stick to have. Okay, let's start with the outside of the backpack. I showed you the 2 things on this side, then I have my titanium water bottle over here. And then on the front, I have my sleeping pad, Thermarest, Ridge Rest things. I highly recommend this thing. What I'm gonna probably do is cut this thing in half eventually so that it's not quite so bulky. I thought I would need to double up on it for the winter, but really, unless it gets down to like 0 Fahrenheit, this thing does just fine, paired with the backpack and the clothes I have. So anyways, this just straps on really easy, and there you go. Then there are 2 pockets right here. This is the waistband that keeps a lot of the weight down your hips. I haven't really put much in here. I think I just put I put my glass case in here. So I have an extra pair of glasses in here, and that's actually all I have. I think right now this is empty. All right, so now there's the top pouch. By the way, sorry about the wind. It's a windy day, not much I can do about it. And okay, so this is kind of like toiletries, and I have a sewing kit and like mini scissors and stuff like that. Patch kit also for things. This is my first aid kit. This is my flashlight. It uses an 18650 battery and it goes on my head, right? Which is really convenient, and it's also waterproof. So this is the latest upgrade. I haven't showed you guys this yet, but it's really nice. This is all of my tent stuff. Let's see, maybe I should open it up. Okay, so it's got my Rapid Ridgeline in it, which is a thing I've talked about a little bit, but I'll be showing you guys how to make this pretty soon. A really nice piece of kit to have. I've got a bunch of these little titanium stakes, and then I've got 3 of these larger stakes with rope tied to them. So with all of this stuff to get, oh, and also there's a little racquetball in here. Let's see if I can get that out. So for the shelter that I'm going to do today, I'm going to be putting this racquetball on the top of my carbon fiber staff so that it doesn't eat into the tarp that I'm using. So it's got a little hole in it. Here is my Mora knife. I think it's the Garbor. I can't remember. It's a carbon steel knife. Highly recommended by survivalists like the gray-bearded Green Beret. He sells his own knife, yet he still recommends this to people. So that's a good sign. This is my carbon fiber penny whistle. I'm not sure I'm far enough out right now. Like if I started playing this, there'd probably be houses that would hear me, so I'll probably wait till tomorrow night to play. And then here is my Pocket Boy saw, silky saw. So this will help with clearing stuff, which I'm going to be planning to do. And that's it for the top pouch. Okay, so the top pouch has these straps here and it flips back. And now I have access to the top sack, which is basically just a big giant bag. And this is my cooking set, right? So here, go ahead and take it out for you. It's my titanium cook pot with also, it's the lid, but it's also a little frying pan, right? It has a handle. And then inside of it is my stove, right? And this uses sticks and twigs. So that's nice. And then inside the stove, I've got about a month's worth of tinder. This is the Vaseline and cotton balls that I make. And then I have a little USB charging lighter. So this thing is basically infinite fuel, lighting source, and it instantly lights these things up. So it's a good combo. Next, this is one of my food containers. Let's see what's in this one. All right, this is my chocolate, right? So I melt coconut butter, and then I put cocoa powder and stevia, and this one has raspberry juice powder, and it's a good combo. You should check out, I made a video called Survival Chocolate where you can learn how to make something like that. It's addictive and very nutritious and not bad for you in any way. Then here's the other one. This is basically a mixture of white rice, mung beans, red lentils, and quinoa, right? So you're basically getting all your proteins and starches that you need. And together, I think that these could last about a week, especially if I'm, not giving in to cravings. So, all right, so here's my folding solar panel. So this will more than keep everything charged, right? I just have to keep my phone charged. Of course, I can charge my flashlight and the lighter, and also I have a backup battery, which I'll show you in a second. This thing, I've had it for a long time. It works really great, charges really fast. Okay, so this is my bivy sack. This is basically like Tyvek, except it's lined with kind of aluminum a little bit. So this is waterproof. This will go over my sleeping bag and protect me from getting wet. I could use this even without a tent and I would be fine, even if it was raining or snowing. Then this is my poncho. This is the shelter that I've been sleeping on lately, in which I slept under all summer. You see how small it is? It's also my raincoat. It fits perfectly over my Swagman drill here, which is my summer sleeping bag as well, but it's also my outer coat right now. So these pair together. Then I decided to bring my 10 by 10 tarp, which is basically just a really big poncho, and this is what I'm going to be sleeping under tonight. This is one of the things that I probably didn't really need to bring, but you know, it's nice to feel when you're doing something that you're not really doing all the time. It's nice to have something comforting. You know, it's nice to be fully enclosed. This is just a rain fly for the backpack. When it starts to rain, I can put it over the top of it. Okay. This is the first of my compression sacks. This is the compression sack for my clothes. And basically all it has is some waterproof socks, some, like, what do you call those? They're like down socks, like really big puffy socks that I wear when I go to bed to keep my feet warm. It's got my gloves in it, 2 pairs of gloves, and then the rest of it is basically my big winter coat and my big winter pants, and those are really important for how cold it's getting. Then here is my solar panel, right? This will heat up water. It's too cold right now to actually cook with this thing, and it comes with this little tray. Black is really important because that absorbs the sun. But anyways, this will heat up my water, which I don't like to drink cold water. So that's basically the reason for that thing. And then this is my winter sleeping bag, and it's in another compression sack. These are both waterproof compression sacks, and they compress really well. They got 3 straps going across this way and 4 straps going vertically. Or I guess you could call them 2, but depends how you look at it. Let's see. Okay, that's it for that. I have a 2-liter platypus bag for water, which I didn't fill up. This is a millbank bag for filtering muddy water, which I may need. And that's it. Is that it? All right, so now we just got to talk about what I'm wearing. So as I told you, I'm wearing this, right? And in this I carry, this is I can't remember the company, but basically it's like a Faraday cage for my phone, right? So if I put my phone in this pouch right here, then the silver cloth blocks it from affecting my body, right? But it still can talk to towers or Wi-Fi routers. And then if I put it in this pouch, then it's shielded both ways, and so basically it can't receive or send anything. So this is an important thing to have, guys. Something that you can block your cell phone from broadcasting, because you know they're going to be able to tell where you are if you got a phone. Even if you got a de-Google phone and they're really looking for you, they'll be able to use your phone to find you. Then here's the rechargeable battery. Anything else in there? Okay. So I got to take this off now. Okay, so another important element is having clothes which have lots of pockets in them, and these pockets having zippers, right? Because you can carry a lot of stuff in these, and you'll be sure that they're not going to fall out, right? At least until the zipper breaks, which has happened. This zipper right now, sometimes when I zip it up, it actually stays open, right? And that happens after a while. And I had my cell phone in here. I was leaning over one of the springs that I was digging out, and my cell phone fell right in. So that was sad. Anyways, in this one I keep this is a mini towel which dries off really quickly, and I can also use it to like wipe my glasses off. It's like a microfiber type thing. This is a little pouch for my headphones for when I'm doing podcasts and things like that. Then in this one this is a mosquito net. It goes over my head for when I'm sleeping or if it's like really buggy out. This is like my little comb thing, scalp massager, which I probably don't need, but it's a comfort item I like. It feels good. And then of course I have my chlorine dioxide, which I keep with me at all times. This will keep me from getting sick for almost any reason, and also will help me clean water from any source, right? At least from living microbes and viruses, if those are even a thing. Okay, then there's another pocket right here. This is where I keep my fire stuff, even though I have some of my other fire stuff in the cooking kit. Here is a ferro rod with striker. Here is a bellows, right? It's just this little thing, and you expand it out and you can blow on your fire without melting your beard. That's important. Wouldn't that be sad? Wouldn't that be really sad? I would be so sad. I have nightmares about that, by the way. And then, you know, you want to keep a normal lighter. This is, of course, a nice way. They do run out, but they are a really easy way to start a fire. Then over here, I have my titanium spork. I have my toothbrush. I have, it's hard to open this, but basically you can see it's a titanium tongs. Like, and this is for harvesting fruit off of a cactus mainly, or if I needed to grab something out of a fire. So super lightweight, nothing else in there. Okay, and then I got one more pocket here. And in here I keep a pen, and I keep my Delta 8 THC cartridge, and then I keep an extra cartridge, right, for when I run out. One of these, this thing, you know, I've had this thing for like a month probably, and it's still like 2/3 full, right? I go through this really slowly. I take very small puffs at very low heat, and I only do it like once, maybe twice a day sometimes. And then my pants also, it's hard to see, I guess. My pants also have zippered pockets, see? Quite a few of them. And so in here I keep, this is earplugs, right? I wouldn't wear these if you're out by yourself in kind of the wilderness, because you're not going to hear if an animal comes into your camp or some person comes into your camp. But if you know you're in a secure place, sometimes it's nice to be able to put earplugs in if it's noisy. Then down here, another pocket. Let's see what's in here. I got about $5 of cash. I got a little magnifying fire starter type thing. And then I have this little pouch which has fingernail clippers, a file, a little file, and tweezers basically. And then I think that's it. And then over on this side, it's where I keep my Leatherman, right? So this is a multi-tool. You know, it has all kinds of things, knives, multiple knives, a saw, right? Definitely recommend having at least a multi-tool. And then I keep my keys in that pocket as well. And I think this is almost done. One more pocket. Oh, and there's nothing in there. So that's that. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this mess, and then I'm gonna set up camp. So I've got the tarp shelter all set up. Didn't take very long. And I didn't bring any water with me because I thought I would be doing first stop at the spring, but then I changed my mind. And you know, I've already done my eating and drinking for the day, but you know, when you don't have water, even though I wouldn't normally be drinking water for the rest of the day, the fact that I don't have it makes me want it. And so I gathered up a little bit of snow, and I'm going to put this together. Basically, it's already ready. I just have to made this makeshift little thing which I tie over here and tighten, and it causes it to stay open. So I just leave this in the sun for probably about an hour, and it will all be melted by then, and that'll be plenty of water to tide me over until we get to the spring tomorrow. That's what it looks like, all set up. So I'm pretty much ready for bed at this point, but it's only like probably 4 o'clock. Something like that. So I think what I'll do is I'm trying to set up a email server for the Sovereign private membership organization that I have going, so that every member who becomes a member gets a email address, which would be like mine is Cahlen@thesovereign.one. And I've been having a little bit of trouble with that, but I'm just going to sit here and work on that until the sun goes down basically. So, and I do all of that stuff right on my de-Googled phone, so I don't need a computer or anything like that. So anyways, hopefully this adventure lasts many more days. We'll see how it goes, but that's the video for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider sharing it. If you'd like to help me out in a more substantial way, you can learn how to do so at cahlen.org/gift. And if you'd like to have a one-on-one conversation with me, whether publicly or privately, you can learn how to do so at cahlen.org/one-on-one. Thanks again for watching.